I recently posted a video about Richmond, and the response was all over the place. Some people had good things to say, others not so much. I read through the comments and I realized something. People are talking about Richmond as if it's one place, but that's just not how Richmond works. I meet buyers all the time that are looking for walkability, character, a strong sense of community, and a reasonable commute. Most of them start their searches in Berkeley, Albany, and El Cerrito. But because Richmond has such a strong reputation, they miss out on areas like Point Richmond and Marina Bay. Not because they've been here, because they already have their mind made up. Maybe it's something they've heard or something they've read. The reality is, Richmond is a collection of communities, each with its own personality and lifestyle. And when they're all grouped together, it's easy to overlook areas that might check off all the boxes. So stay with me till the end of this video, because we're going to be exploring two neighborhoods that tell different parts of Richmond's story. One is a historic waterfront village, the other an active waterfront community. By the end of the video, you'll understand why people have such different opinions on the same city. And maybe your perspective will change too. If I brought you here without telling you where you were, would you guess it was Richmond? Something changes once you drive in. Streets become more quiet, historic buildings replace commercial busy roads. It feels like you've stumbled upon a charming waterfront town hidden in the East Bay. You start noticing things you didn't expect. Local shops instead of big shopping centers. Tree-lined streets, historic architecture. People walk instead of rushing from one place to the next. It has a completely different rhythm than what most people picture when they hear Richmond. That's why I always encourage buyers to experience a neighborhood before crossing an entire city off their list. Sometimes all it takes is one visit to completely change your perspective. When East Bay buyers are looking for historic homes, they usually start their search in Berkeley. But what most people don't realize is that one of Richmond's most charming neighborhoods offers that same character, and it's often overlooked. And once you slow down, you start noticing the details. Victorian homes, craftsman architecture, tree-lined streets, front porches. No two blocks feel exactly the same. That's what surprises so many buyers. They come here expecting one thing, and they leave wondering why they hadn't considered Point Richmond sooner. It's the kind of neighborhood many people hope to find in Berkeley, but are surprised to discover here. Sometimes the lifestyle you're looking for exists in a place you've never expected. People don't just fall in love with Point Richmond because of the homes. They fall in love with how it feels to live here. One of my favorite spots is Kaleidoscope Coffee. It's the kind of place that brings people together and gives this neighborhood so much of its personality. From there, you can wander through the historic downtown, stop into locally owned businesses, and within just a few minutes, find yourself at Brickyard Cove, overlooking the bay. And just around the corner, you'll find East Brothers Beer Company, a local favorite. Whether you're meeting up with friends, grabbing a drink after work, or spending a sunny afternoon outdoors, it's one of those places that adds to the lifestyle people love here. If Point Richmond is known for its history, then Marina Bay is known for its lifestyle. And if you've never been here before, it's probably not what you think of when you hear the word Richmond. Most people don't realize Richmond has a waterfront neighborhood like this. Would you guess this is Richmond? This isn't a place where you just enjoy the waterfront every once in a while. You live it every day. Whether you're grabbing breakfast at Bubbaloo Cafe before work, taking an evening walk along the marina, or meeting friends for dinner at Laura's Fine Dining, the waterfront becomes part of your routine instead of somewhere you only visit. And I think that's what surprises buyers the most. They come here expecting to see a nice view, but they leave talking about the lifestyle. And one thing that buyers completely overlook is the Richmond Ferry. If you commute to San Francisco, this can completely change your daily routine. For a lot of people moving to the East Bay, the first thing they ask is, how long is my commute? But it's not just about the number of minutes. It's about how you spend those minutes. Instead of driving across the bay every morning, many Richmond residents have the option to take the ferry, running daily to San Francisco's ferry building in about 35 minutes with daily departures starting around 6:30 a.m. It gives them a chance to relax, catch up on work, or simply enjoy the bay views before they get to work. Because where you live isn't just about the house. It's about how your day begins and how it ends. Sometimes convenience becomes part of your quality of life. When buyers stop asking, do I like this house, and start asking, can I picture my life here, that's how you know they're getting closer to finding the right place to call home. That's exactly why I always bring buyers to Knox Regional Shoreline. Not because I'm trying to sell them a house, but because I just want them to experience what life here actually feels like. That's usually when everything clicks. When you're buying a home, you're not just buying four walls. You're buying where you'll spend your weekends. Because at the end of the day, the most important question isn't, do I like this house? It's, can I picture my life here? Everybody knows about Sausalito and Marin's yacht and marina culture, but Richmond's, they never talk about. Some of these harbors have been open since the 1930s, but no one's ever taken a camera and pointed it at them. In Brickyard Cove, Richmond Yacht Club includes 250 wet slips, dry storage, a clubhouse with a bar and galley. Right next door, the Brickyard Marina, a quiet boutique commercial marina, newer docks, gated access, friendly neighbors, 10 minutes from open water. A recent review called it clean, organized, well protected, the kind of place boat owners talk about like a hidden gem. 3 miles east, in Marina Bay, the whole feel shifts. Open, walkable, more of a public waterfront scene. A 90-year-old yacht club, a boutique marina, and one of the Bay's largest public harbors, all inside of a city that most people just drive past. So what does Point Richmond and Marina Bay have in common? They both don't fit the stereotype that's usually associated with Richmond. So the comments I was talking about earlier, they're not right or wrong. They're simply just describing different experiences from different neighborhoods. That's why it's so important to come experience a place for yourself before you make up your mind. If this video gave you a different perspective on Richmond, I'd love to help you find which East Bay neighborhood is the right fit for you. Use the link below to schedule a virtual consultation, and we'll work together to find the perfect fit for you. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you in the next video.